All right, we'll get underway here with the stepladder final, CBA here at River City Extreme in Monticello. This will be our number 5 seed and our number 4 seed. The 5 seed is Taylor Koerner, making his first ever CBA stepladder appearance. Our number 4 seed will be Bock, roughly probably his 385,000th CBA stepladder appearance. Taylor comes in at plus 154 after the match play. We did start over at after the qualifying, so qualifying pins did not carry forward today. So Taylor got to plus 154. Bock came in at plus 248. The rest of your stepladder in order would be Chad Nelson in the 3 seed at plus 260. Brady Stearns in the 2 seed at plus 295. And the ageless Clark Poelzer coming in at the number 1 seed at plus 340.
Do you know where we're throwing balls?
I think he's got like a cart or something around the corner for those that are staying until tomorrow. Yeah.
Are you going to want to bring yours in?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Again, this is just the 2 shots on each lane for our first match. 2 practice shots on each for these guys. All right, if you're just joining us, we're just finishing up 2 shots on each lane here for the number 5 and number 4 seed. This is our first match. All right, and they're ready to go. So we have got Taylor Koerner, our number 4 seed. Our number 5 seed, going against Bock, our number 4 seed. Again, Taylor came in at plus 154. Taylor did make the cut in the 3 spot. Very difficult shot. The Mark Roth doubles pattern from a couple years back here was used. 46 feet, 29 mils, a 2-to-1 ratio, so a very difficult pattern, and the score showed it. Our high qualifier was A.J. Chapman at plus 172. And he was the only one plus. Matt Payne was the number 2 seed, minus 2. And then we have Taylor Koerner at minus 24 in the 3 seed, or 3rd qualifying position. We did start over again. No qualifying pins carried over. And so Taylor got to plus 154 during the match play portion to get to the 5 seed. We're even after 1 frame, both players striking in the first. Our stepladder the rest of the way up. Chad Nelson, 3rd seed, plus 260. Brady Stearns, the Chad 3 seed. Brady Stearns 2 seed, plus 295. And Clark Poelzer, the number 1 seed at plus 340. Bock up in the second frame here. And he starts the match with a double. All right, Taylor leaving the 3-6 here in his second frame. Shout out to Michelle Bock from your husband Dan. He says a big hi. Thanks for supporting him. All right, Taylor making easy work of the 3-6 there. So going into the third, we've got Bock perfect through 2. Taylor striking in the first. 8 spare in the second. Taylor up here in the third, working on a spare. I missed in a little bit there. Another 3-6, back-to-back 3-6s for Taylor. Again, a very difficult pattern today, that Mark Roth doubles pattern. You've got left off after the top 3. Round out the top 10 that made the match play portion. Ryan Savoy at minus 46 as Taylor picks up the 3-6 again, back-to-back frames. Jason Cragen minus 49. Dan Bock minus 54, tied with Chad Nelson at 54 under. Brady Stearns minus 65, Brandon Brown minus 70, and Clark Poelzer coming in just making the cut at minus 76, which made for quite the opposite turnaround there.
Shook up everything. My ball.
You got Bock perfect through 3.
You want me to do writing things?
Bock perfect through 3 there. And like I said, we had quite the flip-flop there. Clark goes from just making the cut in the 10th spot to being the number 1 seed in the step ladder. And AJ Chapman goes from the number 1 qualifier to the 9th place in out of 10 out of the match play. And a week 10 there for Bock in the 4th. So we got Dan in the second frame with 58, Taylor with 38. All right, Bock makes that easy conversion there. So Bock's got 78 in the third. My eyes are getting terrible. 79 in the third for Bock. Spare up in the fourth. Taylor working on a spare. He's got back-to-back 3 6s here that he's left. Missed in on both lanes. Let's see if he can project this one a little further. And he does. Much better shot. So he bookends them 3 6s with a strike in the first and fourth. He is 58 in the third. Down by 21, but he's working on a strike. With 32 bowlers today. First time here at River City Extreme for the CBA since I have been a tournament director, so at least 4 years or so. Double there for Taylor as he strikes on the left lane. Beautiful center here. One of the Anderson Company centers. Large entertainment center here. All right, Bock working on a spare on the right lane here. Fifth frame. Another good shot so far. Just the one weak 10 on this left lane that he's coming up to. In the fourth frame that he left. Otherwise, he went 3-bagger out of the gates. Weak 10 and now a strike again.
All right, I ordered some food. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Stop bouncing this thing. Look at
I'm
people.
sorry, I'm fast.
People are getting dizzy. All right, Bock working on one here. Left lane, looking to increase his lead. Another good shot. Oh, that checked early. Well, maybe Taylor didn't miss in as much as we thought on that 3-6 on that left lane. Three 6 for Dan. See if he can run this down.
Your mom looks like a football.
Easy conversion for Bock. All right, so Taylor stepping up here in the sixth. He is working on a double. He's got 58 in the third. Yeah, with that spare in the sixth for Bock, a Taylor strike here. Make it much, much closer. I heard a double bounce. This is a tough angle to see on. We'll have a better angle the next few matches here. All right. Leaves a 7 pin. Give him 87 in the fourth, so Bock is still holding on to about a 12 pin lead.
Kyle, you should be bowling. It's only like 3 hours from your place.
All right, easy conversion there for Taylor.
I'm surprised the camera didn't rattle when your phone just vibrated. What happened?
Cheap countertops or something. They move a lot.
Oh.
All right, Taylor working on a spare.
Get deeper, Jonathan.
And a good shot there. He has definitely gotten inside of the line that Bock is playing on that left lane. Bock just went 3-6. Taylor had gone back-to-back 3-6s earlier in the match, right and left lane. early on, it definitely looks like that left lane has got a hook spot on it somewhere. Bock working on a spare here, up in the 7th. 119 in the 5th, spare in the 6th. Yeah, there's definitely more hold on that right lane. And that'll be enough for Bock to maintain a 12-pin lead here as he goes into the 8th frame on the left lane. This is the lane that's been tough for both players.
Glad you asked, Deb. I'm having a barbecued bacon cheeseburger for lunch.
All right, looking to get a double here and increase his lead. He moved in a bit, tried to get in where Taylor is playing, found himself with a little skid. Looks like lane 11 might be getting the characteristics of lane 3. A lot of players had a lot of trouble with lane 3 during the match play, doing the same thing. Found some early hook, and then if you tried to move in, ended up with a whole bunch of push. Little stick there, but easily converts the 4-8. Staying clean in the match. He's 159 in the 7th with a spare up in the 8th. Taylor stepping up here. A strike here would help cut into that lead. He could try to pull within just a couple of pins here.
Wow. That's Texas A&M guys.
Oh, and he gets the 4 to trip forward. Big double. Taylor's got 127 in the 6th, so that's a big double there in the 7th and 8th.
You need different paper. Do you have like thicker paper? I just poked a hole through this one. You got like 10-pound test paper or something?
Here's a clipboard. Taylor making a big jump in. Great shot. 3-bagger there in the 9th. So he's going to head into the 10th working on a turkey, and that's really big. That actually gives him a little bit of a command here. Bock stepping up in the 9th on the right lane. 159 in the 7th for Bock, a spare up in the 8th. Pretty much needing to strike here.
Yeah, he does. Sure does.
Without any help coming.
Oh, no.
Well, that's the lane that's got hold, so he's gotten away with that shot 3 straight times on that right lane. He likes the right lane because it's got the hold. We'll see how he navigates this left lane. He went high, 3-6, made a move in, tried to get inside where Taylor's playing. Leaves a 4-8, light 4-8. So we'll see what kind of an adjustment he makes here. Still pretty much without any help from Taylor is in a must-strike situation. Looks like he moved in more but played it tighter. That was the good move to make. That's a big double. Real big double. Bock can go out for 39, 239. Taylor still has 47 possible, so he is still in the driver's seat. All right, another must-have for Bock here. Oh, hit that approach. Oh! Thought he might have missed in as he stuck, but if he did, he missed in just right. That's a big 3-bagger. So Bock should be in the 230s here, barring him keeping behind the foul line. 239 max for him. Taylor still has 247 possible.
Taylor at the double. By my calculations.
Yeah. All right, well, a little 5-7. She got chilly in here quick.
I had $1 for every time I left.
237 will be the final score for Bock. So basically, what do we got?
Sean gets it. Come on.
He's going to need this one for sure, bare minimum.
I think he needs both. I think he needs the first two. That one.
And he gets the first one.
That was huge.
So this is the do or die shot. He will absolutely need one here, or we set up the potential for a tie. Big shot. Once again, this is Taylor's first stepladder finals. Making a very good show for himself here today.
Yeah, he does need this one. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Ouch.
Well, that was a great shot. And, that's going to wrap her up. With a spare here, he still will lose by one. Bock will advance to the next match. Great showing by Taylor in his first stepladder match. Horrible break. Messenger comes flying across, slaps around the 10 pin a couple different times. Both players clean, great games. We got Bock winning 237-236. Give us just a couple of minutes. We're going to move on to the next pair, and we'll start the next match. Next match will be Dan Bock versus Chad Nelson. Waiting in the wings, Brady Stearns and Clark Poelzer as your number one seed. Give us a second to move over. We'll do it right now. Yep, yeah, we'll take a picture right now. Everybody watching, hold on just a couple of minutes. We're going to take a quick picture of the top 5 finalists, and we will be back for match number 2, Dan Bock versus Chad Nelson. Give us about 3-4 minutes here.
Look at these hooligans.
Yeah, that was too bad. You threw a good shot.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
You did. Okay. Do me a favor. Just write her right on the bottom of that sheet for me. We'll make sure we get her to the right spot. Thank you. Great bowling again, man. Thank you. Great tournament.
Well, this is going to be a new match for us. I don't know if we've ever seen these two buckets.
This will be something different.
Is it Bock? Oh, I guess I can't write these names.
All right. Match number 2 here. They're just taking their 2 shots on each lane practice. Dan Bock versus Chad Nelson. Dan narrowly making it past the number 5 seed Taylor Koerner in match 1. Taylor just ripping a messenger, missing the 10 pin in front and in back to lose by 1. Bock making it 237-236 past Taylor. So Bock is our number 4 seed, Nelson our number 3 seed. Nelson will get the choice of whether to start first or finish first. Nelson qualified tied with Bock, tied for 6th during qualifying. Came in minus 54, I believe. Yeah, minus 54 for both of them in qualifying. Again, qualifying pins did not carry over today. So kind of a big flip-flop. A.J. Chapman, our number 1 qualifier, the only player plus, and he was plus 172. Made the qualifying look pretty easy, and he ended up in 9th after the match play was over, not having much success as the pattern broke down. The rest of our step ladder, Brady Stearns is waiting for the winner of this match. He's our number 2 seed. And Clark Poelzer is the number 1 seed in the step ladder.
A good tournament director would go down there and tell these rookies how the match works. And how,
Right.
I'm going to make the assumption these two might know how this goes.
No. They have no idea.
I believe Chad's at 31 titles. I think
He's just scratching the surface.
but I think he has, it's in the 30s as well, 33, 34, somewhere in there, second places. And Dan as well has 30-ish titles. So a lot of second places for Dan as well. I think you're definitely a couple of experienced veterans in the step ladder.
How this works. You could walk down there and tell them.
No,
seed tells the other one where to bowl.
You got to make sure you know how to actually write stuff in, just like their names. You could start there.
I asked you what their names were. You wouldn't tell me.
Look at their
I've
shirts.
never seen these people. Does that say Nielsen? Looks like Nielsen.
All right, Bock up on the left lane here. Start the match. Chad has chosen to have Dan Starr light 7 out of the gate. Again, this is match 2 of our step ladders here. The first match between Taylor Koerner making his first CBA appearance, or first step ladder appearance, versus Dan was very dramatic at the end. Taylor stepping up with a chance to beat Dan. Gets the first strike. Wraps a messenger twice around a 10 pin on the second shot, and that was all she wrote. Lost by 1. All right, here's Chad's first shot in the stepladder finals today. Already in front of the ball return on the right lane. Bit of loft. And just a weak 10.
Oh, there you go. No, I'm good.
All right, easy conversion for Chad. We're all square after 1. Both players 9 spare. Up in the second frame, working on the spare. Oh, 8-10. Bad break. They're definitely getting squirrely as these players are moving in deep, getting over the gutter cap. Gutter. I have a strong suspicion that might have been a little bit of a read for Chad, trying to see how his plastic ball might shape here.
What those onion things? I don't know if it's fucking onion.
Oh, and there. Oh, all right. All right, he knocks out that 4. He had the 4-9 standing for a minute there. Just a 9 pin for Bock in the second here. In the third, I forget how many frames. Second frame. Easy spare for Dan. He's clean through too, a 7 pin and a 9 pin conversion. Yeah, stepping up in the third frame. Working on a spare.
We should pop ball these open bowlers. I like our chances.
All right, and he breaks up another split, 4-7. That left lane is definitely got a little more friction to it, although both lanes are a little squirrely as players have migrated to the deep inside part of the lane now. Uncharacteristic. Dan missing that 7 pin. Both players with an open now. Chad left an 8-10 on the second frame. As you can see, we got Chad already in front of the ball return here. Brian, the stepladder was Taylor Koerner making his first CBA stepladder. That was our last match. He bowled against Bock. Taylor threw a great shot in the 11th, and Messenger flew around the 10 pin a couple of times, and he got 237 to 236 victory for Bock with that 10 pin. So you are watching the second match of the stepladder, Bock and Nelson. Second seed is Brady Stearns, the number 1 seed Poelzer. Chad after striking there in the third, stepping up in the fourth. This is the Laney 810 done. Yeah, he gave that one a little more loft. That definitely burned up less. Big double right there. That 810 that he left, it seemed like he set it just a little bit shorter than what he had been on the right lane. I think it kind of burned up a bit, got pretty lazy down lane. Definitely got a little more loft on that last shot. And got the carry. All right, Bock stepping up. And there's the first strike of the match for Bock coming in the fourth frame. Well, we'll see what Dan does here. Definitely the left lane is the one that both players have had some struggles on. And he set that a little short. Yeah, he couldn't escape the split this time. So 4-6-10 in the fifth for Bock. Gonna need some help bouncing something out here. Definitely sticking too. It's gotten a lot more tacky on the approaches as this match play or stepladder matches have gone on. All right, Chad stepping up in the fifth, working on a double. Can kind of take a little bit of control of this match early here with a strike here. Did you trip that four?
Yep.
Bad angle here. I'm sorry, I couldn't see. Tripping the four, big three bagger there. We definitely saw some different equipment choices out of people today. Again, the pattern was the Mark Roth doubles pattern from a couple years back.
Oh.
So you got
Was it put out by a blind
40,
man?
it wasn't, 46 feet, 29 mils, 2-to-1 ratio, so long. Yeah, there's that left lane striking back, week 10 for Chad there. In the sixth, that'll give him 85 in the fourth. He's got a 20 pin plus lead. So a lot more volume, a lot more length than we've had recently. And well, the scores definitely showed it. Again, only one player plus through qualifying. They opened up some during match play, but now the players are getting forced in deep enough to where they've definitely got the fight of the carry down, early hook in some parts of the lane.
I'm drinking everything. I apologize.
Oh, and then he can't get a break either, so Bock with the high flush 9. Bad break after a bad break the frame prior. All right, easy conversion. I have a feeling his tape's probably not sticking very well, as again, it's a little more humidity has crept in this afternoon, or just even in the last little bit. So that tape that goes on players' thumbs, if they get a little sweaty, that stuff wants to peel off. All right, Bock up here in the 7th, working on a spare. Better shot. He just can't find the right angle. 4-pin. Easy conversion for Bock. That gives him 93 in the 6th, so Chad's got a 12-pin lead. Plus, he's got 105 in the 5th with a spare in the 6th, so 22-pin lead plus. Up on the right lane.
Burger's delicious. Was delicious, it's gone.
Little loft there. Wow.
I barely took a breath.
Wiggles at 4. Easy spare here for Chad. Good cover. All right, so yeah, that is 31 pins. Chad has got a 31-pin lead here on Dan. Dan's got 93 in the 6th with a spare in the 7th. Chad 124 in the 6th with a spare in the 7th. And Chad is up on the left lane here in the 8th. Just set that one shorter. There, he got it moved in as well. That was a big strike as we head down the stretch here. 31-pin lead and a strike there is going to force Dan to start striking real soon. Or this one is going to get out of control. Up in the 8th on the right lane. Working on a spare. He projected that one more. Has too much room. 4-7. He really seems to be caught in the over-under reaction. He projects it a bit. It overhooks. He gets in and tries to project it a bit, and it doesn't hook. He plays it tight in. It overhooks. We'll see what kind of an adjustment he attempts to make here. He's in a must-have situation, though, for sure now. He won 11th in the 7th. Spare up in the 8th. So he's stepping up on the left lane here in the 9th. Sticking a little bit. Oh, and then when he throws that great shot, and he leaves that 10-pin, frustration showing. Chad's pretty much just going to have to kind of stay behind the line at this point, and he'll be in good shape. Bock with the spare in the 9th.
His mother. A little bit of his dad, but most of his dad.
All right. Chad leaving that 10-pin as well.
If he could have just rolled that one.
Conversion here is going to give Chad basically the victory, minus just a little bit of pin count. Chad's been bothered by a bad hip for the last couple of weeks here, and that one right there looked like that hurt him a bit. A little bit of tackiness up on that approach, and
he did mention to me that spares were the worst on it.
all right, he just needs a little bit of pin count here, and it's all wrapped up. The best Bock can do is 180. Yeah, that shot right there put Chad over, so that'll be the match.
We start the smoke map? All right. Thought I had an in. He went 9 straight there. 160. He went X. Remember what he liked? 10. Oh, shit. A lot of people leave that when playing that game.
Yeah, kind of a meaningless shot at that point. Chad had the match already in hand. You see him walk up.
Oh no. Roll! Dig ball, dig! Shake it off.
201 for Chad.
2.5.
Best Bock can get to is 180. Chad will advance to meet the number 2 seed Brady Stearns, as the number 1 seed Clark Poelzer waits in the wings for the winner of the upcoming match.
He can throw this one out the window up there. Bang it off the ditch.
All right, after this match is done and Bock finishes the next 2 shots here, just give us a couple minutes. We're going to move over to the next pair, and we'll get started with the semifinal match. Again, that semifinal match will be Brady Stearns, our number 2 seed,
Endless 10, Dan.
versus Chad Nelson, our 3 seed.
All we hear is boom, 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 boom. Don't you care?
All right, that'll do it for that match. Chad wins 201 to 179. Players will get 2 shots on each lane, so we're going to move everything over to the next pair. Give us a couple minutes, they'll take their practice shots, and we will be back with the semifinal match, Brady Stearns versus Chad Nelson. I'm going to keep the microphone
Oh my God.
I'm not going to let anybody. I said I'm going to keep the microphone. There won't be any commentary for the rest of the way out. Why is that? Fucking all around.
Stepping off the live screen.
You know what? I got the microphone in my hand. It's the only way I can get. I'm not going to let them talk. Hey. You got to move that over. There we go. Area one.
Okay.
Area one.
I've been sitting here. I'm not moving. You have to move. I'm part of the color commentary.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. Perfect.
No, you're not.
You want me to be in part of the commentary?
No, I don't.
Hey, look. Tiny footballs. Oh, cheers. Serious?
You guys are
No.
not in shape.
What? Oh yeah, great.
I've got it by the
We have Mr. 900.
I'm gonna fucking chuck this thing. I'm sorry.
That's why you're not.
Yes, I would like another one, Ben.
That's why you're not in shape.
I'm not in shape.
No, to be talking. You're in shape.
This is the only guy
Rounds
I know
of shape.
who
How
as
loud
years
should
have
we not
passed
count?
looks younger than he did the year before.
He's doing a good job of sucking up.
Yeah,
He
I don't want
really,
to. I don't want to do fucking $10. You're fined. Well, you're gonna get it. Keep running your
It's
mouth.
coming. It's coming.
Nope.
It's coming.
Hey, Jeremy, let's do our own commentary. Well, we got Mr. 900 here, but let's do
Our own commentary. You guys gonna go Facebook Live and
We should.
What's Facebook?
I don't have Facebook.
That'll go over well.
Zuckerberg a big deal? We have Mr. 900 here bowling against Mr. I've won 900 tournaments.
versus the guy.
you guys made a mess over here. Can you
That
guys?
was Jeremy. He's supposed to spirit.
No, I'm sorry.
Chad Nelson battling a bad hip injury somehow made it to the
Oh,
top
7! Now that I've cleaned up this freaking pigsty. What is this for? It's, I'm effing it up.
Imagine that. You gotta follow that?
I do get paid to do this.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. What? I'm allowed to do the color commentating. That's how I get paid.
Oh, so that's not a racial thing. Oh, I get it. What do you mean?
See, and
I'm
that's why you can't be on the microphone. Right there. That's it. That's it.
Red's a color.
You hit the nail on the head.
That's it.
Oh my god, I was gonna keep this sheet.
For how long? Not much longer.
No, not anymore anyway.
Keep everyone.
Okay. You're in check. Put some respect on my name. Don't worry about it, Scott. If you were here, you'd know. Holmes just told me you can hear all of our comments on the live.
I wonder if I unplug this.
How many people we got watching?
A couple minutes. 13 or 16.
13 people watching. I looked right. I'd like to say hi to Johnny. Probably can't. I know it isn't, so I don't know if it's or not. Oh, he just this is real life right now. See, we don't do the nasally nose configure that you're doing. We run this with flags.
Scott, this is the semifinal match here.
I'm closing up shop. That's her, Ashley. So she'll help you out with more drinks.
Oh, all right. But you want me to?
You're welcome.
Yes, please.
It's got an endless amount on it.
Okay, I'm back on here. Chad with the 6-7-10 in the first frame. Brady striking in the first frame, so Brady stepping up left lane, second frame. Again, Brady is our number 2 seed. He came in at plus 295. That's a big double for him.
All 10 one shot.
After the match play portion, he was at 295. We did not carry over pins from qualifying to match play. So Brady was the eighth qualifier at minus 65.
I do
Again,
talk.
we only
But
had
I had
one player
There's no reason for me to.
that was plus, AJ Chapman. He was at plus 172.
That was not good.
Chad doesn't have a good look in this match out of the gate for sure. At 6, 7, 10 in the first. Now a 3-pin here in the second. Brady already has a good look. Doubling out of the gate.
Has Clark been practicing this whole time?
The whole summer. Both of them, nice spare.
All right, Chad with a spare there in the second. All right, we'll see what kind of a move here that he makes after that 6, 7, 10. Well, he moved in some, but he can't really find any more oil. So 610 there.
Where's that for you, man? Thank you.
I don't know where the party is tonight, Scott. This would be, unfortunately, us moving into a already populated area of the center. All right, Brady stepping up right lane, third frame, working on a double. He's got a, oh yeah, Brady's got a really good look. A little more speed than Chad at this point. So he can stay a little more direct. He's getting through the front parts of the lane much cleaner. Chad's trying to get a little loft and move in a little deeper, and he's really hitting a bunch of over-under. Front three for Brady. He'll step up here, fourth frame left lane. Looking to jump out to a commanding lead right away. Yeah, Brady is going to be very tough to beat this match with that look. All three players remaining are in the Bet You Win, so the Bet You Win jackpot will get one today. Chad, just like the last match, already in front of the ball return on that right lane. There's a good shot. First strike of the match for Chad coming in the fourth. All right, we'll see what kind of an adjustment Chad can make here. He's got two opens on this left lane. Oh, yeah. This lane is just brutal for him. What do you think?
That's why I don't need a mic.
Well, that left lane is really trouble for Chad. That's 3 straight opens. Meanwhile, Brady working on the front 4. Well, there's the first one that overreacted a little bit for Brady. Again, his speed has been able to keep him a little bit more on line, a little bit more firm than Chad. He's been able to keep it clean through the front part of the lane better. That's the first one that overreacted for him. Good conversion, keeping it clean. All right, Brady stepping up here left lane. 6th frame, he had the front 4 followed by a spare. Oh, another really good shot. He wraps at 10. Brady definitely has a really good look on this pair. Chad, not a bad look on the right lane. He's 50% on that right lane, but has got 3 opens on this left lane. And Brady staying clean. All right. Sad to say this is Chad's good lane here. In front of the ball, return on that right lane. And he wraps at 10 as well. Not getting the brakes on his good lane and paying maximum penalty on his bad lane. Just start taking them and bringing them. Good cover. Well, this will be interesting here. We'll see what Chad's going to do for an adjustment. Again, he's just gone 3 straight opens on this left lane. No real reaction at all to be had.
I'm not even talking, Debbie. It can't be me. I'm not that loud. Oh, boy.
Moved in, big loft. Well, there it is.
That was 10 back.
Well, that ball probably didn't touch the lane until about 18, 19 feet.
That was a whack.
But apparently that's what he's going to need to do there. Again, Brady is able to keep the ball much cleaner through the front part of the lane. He's different release, not as heavy of a roll, and he's got the speed to go with it. Brady stepping up in the 7th. Absolute control of this match at this point. Yeah, he made that adjustment off of the high shot that he had last time on that right lane. 147 in the 6th for Brady. He is cruising on this match.
If Clark is in the bet you win.
Everybody's in the bet you win.
Everyone. For the full prize.
Everyone,
for
yep.
$30.
Yep. Everybody left in the step ladders now. Clark, Brady. You're welcome, Dan. See you. Clark, Brady, and Chad, all three of them are in the Bet You Win. And for the full amount. So the Bet You Win will be paid out today. To 50%, that is. Double for Brady in the 7th and 8th. Chad stepping up in the 8th on the right lane in front of the ball return. He's going to need a lot of help. And has to strike every shot here on out. Good shot. Well, that was the lane he's 50% on. He's only 20% on this left lane, so we'll see if the last shot was a great adjustment, but a very difficult shot. He's in really deep. Ball probably didn't touch the lane for the front 20 feet, 18, 19 feet. So we'll see if he can repeat that here. Super deep left lane and a bunch of loft to it. He set that one a little shorter. Yep. Just couldn't get that one as far down the lane.
That is a 4-pin that needs it.
Oh, let's reset that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matters to me.
Yeah. At this point, we won't bother with the reset of that. Match in hand. We're gonna fast track and get through.
Submit that one to the USBC.
Chad been bothered with a bad hip. And spares have been really tough. He gets in the corners, and those approaches have been a little tacky today for him. And that match is pretty well in hand, so Chad just says we'll fast track this and he'll let her go. Brady stepping up in the 9th here. Working on a double, 147 in the 6th. Another great shot, 3-bagger for Brady. Brady going at 267 pace at this point.
Nope, we're here. Yeah, he's over there. Good views of the pole. Because that can't move. Like, no, that's 17-inch iPad.
All right, Brady in the 10th there. Yep. Great shot. He really had a good look on this pair. Chad, unfortunately, had one of the worst looks he's probably had on a pair in a long time.
Oh, dig ball, dig. Carry! Yes! Congrats.
All right, Chad finishes with 143. Brady, he can finish out for 267. Make it 266. The crowd getting excited as Clark Poelzer had the Lily standing for about 3 seconds until the 5 fell late. All right, that is a semifinal match. Brady advancing 266 to 143. Unfortunately, not much of a contest all the way through. Brady had a great look, and Chad just had a brutal look. We will take a couple of seconds. We'll move the camera over to the next pair. That will be our final match, featuring Clark Poelzer versus Brady Stearns. Give us a couple minutes. We'll move her over. Each player will get 2 shots on each lane, and we'll get started. Thanks for bowling, Chad.
Literally and figuratively.
I'm in the wrong spot. I apologize.
Well, I don't know what kind of. I don't know. Yeah, this side will be better. Get like right behind them here.
Oh, anytime. Yeah, right there. Oh my God. There's your win.
$10. It's a fine.
That's not even close to a fine. I'll show you a fine.
Here's 30. See ya. That's all I got.
Yeah, 2-on-1.
You're done. Sneakers. Those don't slide. Nope.
No, but you want to go out there, we can go out there.
Yeah, I'll take him. I'll throw him in that bag.
You don't want the boxes? Come on.
All right, we got moved over here, so this will be our final match. It will feature our number 2 seed in the stepladder, Brady Stearns, versus our number 1 seed in the stepladder, Clark Poelzer. Our stepladder was Taylor Koerner making his first CBA stepladder versus Dan Bock. Taylor in the 10th frame, stepping up with a chance to win. Hit the first one, he needed the first 2. Second one sends a messenger in front of and then behind the 10 pin on a great shot to lose by 1. Bock winning 237-236. Bock advanced to face Nelson. Nelson was able to take care of business there. He won 201 to Bock's 179. Nelson, well, tough to say whether he had had success anyways, as Stearns only missed twice in the match. But he found himself on a pair that gave him no look whatsoever. So Nelson shoots 143, Stearns 266, so Stearns easily advances into the finals. Again, we bowled on the Mark Roth pattern, Mark Roth doubles pattern from a couple years back. 46-foot pattern, had 29 mils, 2-to-1 ratio. Very difficult pattern for sure. A lot more oil than what we've had lately anyways. And the scores certainly showed it. Again, we only had 1 player that was plus during the qualifying portion. AJ Chapman at plus 172. He made the pattern look pretty easy during qualifying. The next closest was Matt Payne at -2. Rounding out the top 10 of the qualifiers, Taylor Koerner in third, Ryan Savoy in fourth, Jason Cragen in fifth, Dan Bock, Chad Nelson tied at sixth. That was at minus 54. Brady Stearns in eighth at minus 65. Brandon Brown in ninth at minus 70. And Clark Poelzer in 10th, sneaking into the match play portion at minus 76. And we are underway. We are underway here. Brady in the first frame. Clark has elected to have Brady start the match. A little high flush 4. Again, Brady just coming off of 266 last match. Very good look, and it doesn't look like his look is too bad, at least, to start this match. Brady makes easy work of the 4-pin. Clark stepping up. First frame for him on the right lane. And a rip 10 for Clark. This is our final match for those of you just joining us. Clark Poelzer, the number 1 seed, versus Brady Stearns, the number 2 seed. And Clark making easy work of the 10-pin. We're all square through 1, each player with a spare in the first. All right, Clark up in the second. Left lane working on a spare. And high on the head pin, 4-7 left for Clark. This might be a tough match for Clark potentially. Brady has enough speed to get the ball through. The head's clean enough. We saw Chad run into some trouble last match. Granted, a different pair, but he wasn't able to get the ball through the front part of the lane as clean as what Brady could. So he had to revert to loft, getting the ball about 15 to 17 feet out on the lane. Gave him a bunch of over-under. And it ended up being a rough match for Chad, shooting 143. And it looks like Clark might have some of the same issues with his ball speed being just a bit slower. Not able to get the ball as clean through the front. Oh, and a rip 10 for Brady on the right lane.
You don't want to know.
All right, Brady with the easy conversion. After 2, Brady has a 1-pin lead. Both players clean through 2. He's stepping up left lane in the 3rd frame. All right, so we had that 4-pin last frame. or last time on this lane. Let's see. Yeah, he moved in a little. Kept it tight. Great adjustment. Great adjustment. He's going to be tough to beat if he keeps throwing it like that. Again, he had 266 last game. All right, Clark stepping up in the third on the right lane here. He's gone spare in the first two. And there it is. He's not going to let it get away from him too much. Clark, an amazing bowler throughout several decades here. I believe that Clark now has won a CBA title in 4. Now that would be in 5 different decades. He won a title in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and just a couple years back, even getting up there in age, won in the 2000 teens. Oh, 9 pin. Well, this could be one of the telltale parts of the match here. Again, Clark is probably going to struggle a bit with his ball speed not being enough, reaction being too much. Brady is much cleaner in the front part of the lane, much more speed. He can project it, get it down lane. We'll see what kind of adjustments Clark makes as the match goes on. Oh, uncharacteristic. Looks like he stuck a little on the approach. Got that one inside. Very rare sight for Clark to miss a single pin. And that is going to give a definite advantage to Brady. All right, Brady stepping up, working on that strike. He's on the right lane in the 4th frame. Big double for Brady. Again, if he continues to have this look and nothing changes for him, he's going to be very tough to beat in this match. Brady making a heck of a comeback too in the qualifying portion just to make the cut. He started 177 and then had a 124 in game 2. So making a heck of a comeback to find himself at minus 60, 65 was it? Yeah, minus 65 to get into the cut. Scores were extremely low today. Only 1 player plus through qualifying. There's another 4-pin, second 4-pin he's left on that left lane. But he's keeping it in play and definitely not getting himself in trouble. Anyways, only 1 player plus throughout the whole qualifying. A.J. Chapman plus 172. Next one qualifying was Matt Payne at minus 2. Easy conversion for Brady, staying clean through 5. Brady 88 in the 4th with a spare in the 5th. Clark 66 in the 4th. And he's up in the 5th on the right lane. He's going to need to get something going here. Well, that's about as much speed as I can see Clark being able to put on a ball probably right there. And you can see the result. Got a lot cleaner in the front, had some energy down lane, got the 7 to trip out. Really good shot there. Strike in the 5th for Clark. Looking to double here, stepping up in the 6th on the left lane. He moved in and he kept that one, yeah, a little bit slower. Another 4-pin on the left lane. From what I can see, certainly looks like that left lane has some more friction to it for sure. Both players leaving 4 pins. Brady leaving 2 of them.
I'm saying something. Yeah, I'm getting paid. Both of them! Endless amounts. I'm getting paid.
All right, Clark with the easy spare there. All right, Brady stepping up, 7th frame, right lane.
You get a banner. I think he's got a banner. I'm just going out on a limb. Yeah.
All right, Brady up in the 7th, right lane, working on a spare 86 in the 4th. Yeah, he can. Oh, yeah. I think he might have missed in a little bit. I don't think there's a whole lot of oil in there left, but he might have caught a little extra. I actually thought that was pretty good off his hand, and he's got the speed over Clark to be able to kind of keep it on a tighter line. But
that's the 419 245 that's been left today.
yeah, not an uncommon leave throughout the day.
I feel like I had 230 of them.
That was a big spare. That was a big spare. It could be pesky. That could be a pesky spare on today's pattern here for sure. All right, let's see what he does in this left lane. He's left 2 4-pins on this left lane. He left one, he made a good adjustment, he struck, and then he comes back, he left another one. So they're breaking down fast. Players are migrating left fast. Let's see if he can get it a little cleaner in the front. Oh, he made a big move in. Yeah. I think he made the ever popular like 5 and 1. Definitely got that right while he made the move in. So 1, 2, 4 left.
Baby gap.
Baby gap. They're a schmedium and toddler. I don't think any of them. Well, no, you told me $10 fine for not broadcasting. Who said they're not?
Good shot for Clark on the right lane there. Well, I tell you, for an uncharacteristic whiff of a single pin spare and not really having a whole lot of a look, Brady has been able to keep Clark in the match by sparing, albeit on some good shots. And Clark is the kind of player you don't want to give that opening to. Decades of championships, a whole lot of knowledge. That left lane is just brutal for both players. Good plan by Clark. He moves in a little bit. He knows his ball speed is a little slower, so he gives it some room to project. And kind of like most of the pairs down on this low end, it seems like that left lane, if you're finding hook and you move in and you try to project to get around it, it'll wiggle. 2 pin, 2, 8, 10, 2, 10. Clark falling victim to that as well.
Brady got 2 targets. They got just 1. Yeah, and I were just discussing. I think it's third.
Only got 2.
Endersby, a common phrase. Which one? The missing? The get in and not being able to make it hook? Yeah, the players found it all day, you bet. There we go. Good shot for Brady.
You're getting blowed up, man.
They would try to move in. Yeah, left lane. You got it. They would try to move in on that left lane on just about every pair in the house, it seemed like. Left of, well, not in the house, left of 13. They got a lot of early hook, and when they tried to move in, man, they just couldn't move in and project it, and then they'd try and move in and play tight. And moving in and playing tight would give them overhook again. And just was a whole lot of over-under for a lot of the guys today and gals today on the left lanes on the low end. And there's what happens when you try to move in and be tight. He's fortunate to just have that 4-pin there.
Yeah. Left lane seemed to always outlook the right lane, but then it was goofy down lane.
Yeah,
Three
definitely.
was the worst of that.
Yeah, I think every player probably found lane 3 to be the worst for that.
They
But
always seem to be the squirrely one of the two.
yeah, all the left lanes seem to do that.
I blame the lefties.
Left of well, there's the opening you don't want to give a player like Clark. Well, that'll get Brady 170 in the ninth, so he can still punch out for 200. Clark can punch out for 208, so Clark does step up here with the possibility. Is that a 6? I'm sorry. Bad eyes, I'm getting old. Clark can step up with the possibility to shut Brady out. Oh. Delaney had a good look on throughout all of this match, kind of fought back on him there. He is still in the match, though. This is not over. From about 2 frames ago, where we said Clark was going to need some help, Brady gave him that help in the ninth. We'll see if Clark can try to maximize. He picks up the spare. He will get up here in the 10th. If he wants to put the pressure on, he will need the first 2 at a minimum. Make Brady step up and get the first 2 himself. This left lane has been definitely the Achilles heel, both players. We'll see what kind of an adjustment Clark makes here. But he is in a must-strike situation to put any pressure on Brady. Moved in, kept it tight, he's stuck. And he doesn't get the luck either, so he's got a 6-9. Kiko, you know, I got bad eyes. I don't know. It looks like Detroit's up 2-1, though. I think it's in the second. I don't know. Those screens are too far away for me to see. All right. Yeah, a lot of players finding a lot of tackiness in the corners today. We had a couple guys even go down today. So the corners
They're down 1.
definitely were tacky. We saw Chad fight with that in his match. Clark now, especially as they're moving deeper, sliding into the gutter area. And there it is. All right, so that's going to give Clark 182. Brady opened the 9th, and he's got 170 in the 9th. So this will force Brady to fill and get a little bit of count. All right, Brady stepping up in the 10th, first ball. Again, he just needs to have a fill here, so it doesn't have to be a strike on this ball, but that would surely take the pressure off. Oh, he projected that a ton. All right. Must have this spare. No two ways about it. He does not pick this up, and Clark will win. Not an easy pattern, so no spares are givens. He's going to have to make sure, I think, that he gets this on the left side of that head pin to run the rail down. Otherwise, chopping is a definite possibility. All right, he makes easy work of it. Not as easy as that looks, not as easy as normal. All he has to do, 3 pins for the win. And Brady Stearns will win the CBA at River City Extreme. Next month is our Baker Doubles Tournament down at Island Extreme Bowl, Treasure Island. That tournament has filled for the last 5 years, so any CBA members listening out there, if you have not signed up, you have not gotten your doubles entry in, please do so to make sure you are on the list. And that will do it. Congratulations, Brady Stearns, 190-182, winning the River City Extreme CBA. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next month.